Hello guys, the last video was not received very well. Many of my points were not clearly translated. I apologize for that. Today, I want to clarify things on that matter, as well as retort a few of the brain-dead takes I saw in the comments. Firstly, we need clarity on the last video addressing the code cleanse events. No, we do not need the removal of wave plates, even though that would be nice, but instead, I'm saying that this event is a great example of why echoes specifically should not be tied to wave plates. Number 1, it forces you to use your wave plates in order to min-max union level gains, as well as wave plate efficiency. Number 2, other games have shown that 2x XP events have worked in the past, whether it's on a weekend, double drop rate. It's very good at retaining players. Number 3, it's something that will not have a lasting impact, nor is it replayable. And 4, Kuro can do better. These 4 points really were my main gripes with this event, and I think they're valid. It not being replayable really shows how the rest of the game operates. That being the lack of replayability after the main story quests, and the reliance on time-gated content. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't have content, but Echoes and Echoes specifically are a perfect gateway to replayable content. They have enough RNG to sustain players hunting max substats or god roll Echoes. Even without the waveplate system, it would take hours upon hours, maybe even days, to obtain such Echoes, so it should be obvious as to why we don't need waveplates for this. On this topic, I brought up the fact that we can't sit by idly and dismiss this issue. Replayability is what makes games to an extent. And if we don't talk about gacha not having it, nothing will change. And this was my main push for the video. I wanted to make change in Wuthering Waves. I wanted to address a problem, and that's it. Now you might say, hey, this sounds fine. Yes, I think it's fine too. But unfortunately, I'm bad at talking and people misunderstood me. Maybe this is just gacha players, maybe I'm bad at talking. I don't know. So here we are, running with the script for today's video. Anyways, that was a recap for you. Now we are on to some brain-dead takes from the comment section. So I've compiled a few comments that really do address proper concern or critique, but if you really look into these, they don't hold much ground. Most of these come down to, it's gacha. It won't change. It doesn't need to change. And to those of you that say this, you're idiots. The biggest reason you guys are idiots though is because Genshin proves this. Genshin is proof of evolution in gacha and how better games will last longer. Gacha pre-Genshin is practically non-existent, and to think games like Genshin are the top of the top and this is how they should always be is ignorant to say the least. Now on to our first comment here. Gacha games need a hook to make people log in every day. While yes they do, for money this makes sense. But without wave plates, which is the biggest debate of the last video, this is still doable. Wave plates are not tied to asteroids, and asteroids are easily the biggest reason players get on for dailies. I'm not saying people don't get on for leveling, but let's be honest, asteroids are the main goal for everyone here. So I would say this is a slightly bad take. Second comment. This take, by this take he means the video, misunderstands the target audience for mobile games. This excuse actually hurt my brain a little bit. Yes, you do have a core audience in video games, but this game already fulfills that with its main story and its gacha elements and its exploration. What I'm suggesting expands the audience. Echoes are not required to win. We don't need them tied to dailies. Characters and builds matter much more. Echoes are merely a small portion of that system. To clarify what I mean by echoes don't mean anything, they do, but I'm talking substats, which is where most of the time sink ends up. Anyway, I'm not sure how many brain cells some mobile gamers have, but if this is the best they got, the ignorance is bliss. Now lastly, and arguably the best take on this entire list, is that some countries have playtime limits. So this is a good argument. However, most, if not all, regulations from these countries apply to children or youth, which I would like to add, this is a gacha game designed with gambling in mind. The consumer audience should not be children if we're doing gambling. And if it is, That's messed up. If this were not a gacha, that would actually be a decent take. But unfortunately, we're not in that world. So, sad to say, bad take. Anyways, there's my response to a few of your comments. Hopefully this clears up some stuff. I'm not sure if I'll be uploading much next week, mainly due to the Big Mode Game Jam happening. A friend and I are going to be participating in that, so I'll be pretty busy. But if I do post, it'll probably be related to the second half of 2.0 and maybe the Sanwa skin, stuff like that. I'm not sure. We'll see. If you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe. Feel free to leave feedback in the comments. I will read them. Don't worry. And until next time.